Hello, my beautiful people, friends, families, and loved ones. I greet you all. I hope we all slept well and woke up hale and hearty this morning from our respective homes. If that's the case, let's glorify God. We're lucky. In fact, it's not just being lucky, we're blessed because a lot of people did not make it today. All right, this is your host, Mr. B.O., a full-fledged Igbo song and teacher of Igbo language, culture, and tradition, including general details, general issues that affect our lives in our society. Today, we're going to talk about telephones, otherwise known as mobile phones. We have varieties of phones. We have, what is it called, Android, we have iOS, we have different kinds of phone. Yes, all of them serve the same purpose. All of which serve the same purpose. All right. With phone calls, you can make a lot of business contacts. With phone calls, you can attend to interviews, job interviews, contract interviews, you can name it. So there are so many things that phones do for us. Yes. Those things cannot or can never be underestimated, they can never be overemphasized. Yes, you can name so many merits of phones from morning to night and you won't be able to get to the end of them. However, whatever that usually has merits also has demerits. People have really turned phones to something else. There are people that they can't spend 1 minute without their hands on the phone. Understand? They are fidgeting, kind of fiddling, pressing, chatting, playing games, doing so many things on the phone. I'm not talking about phone calls. I'm talking about fidgeting on the keys of the phone. You see some people while on the highway, walking on the motorways, you see them pressing their phones. And when accidents happen, when they get home or when people come to the hospital where they are admitted and they ask them what really happened, they will never tell. They will never come out with the truth and tell whoever that asks the question that, oh, I was on the motorway pressing my phones. As I was on the keys of the phones, I didn't know when a vehicle came from nowhere and hit me. Then I found myself here. Even those who actually knew what happened will still tell you because they wouldn't want to mention that they were on their phone, not that they were taking calls, rather taking or making calls, rather they were pressing the keys of the phones they were holding and the accident just happened. You don't blame the drivers. Most times all these accidents we hear every now and then usually happen because we have been careless. We are so careless. Some people, when you're discussing with them, they're on the phone. And if you ask them, okay, maybe we'll talk about it later, probably, anytime they are less busy, they will tell you, no, go ahead. I can hear you. Before God and man, anybody that is on the phone has got divided attention. Has got divided attention, that's for sure. No matter how short or long the conversation is, the person won't be able to grab all of them. That is why sometimes when you ask someone, remember what we talked about yesterday, the person will just start looking at you in a surprised way, saying, what did we talk about yesterday? And actually you had a conversation because he or she was on the phone, fidgeting, pressing, fiddling. And the same person told you to go ahead with what you wanted to tell him or her. Now, when you were done, the following day, you wanted the kind of, you want to know whether the person actually captured what you told them the previous day. They will sound surprised as if there was no discussion that ensued between both of you. All because they were on the phone, not phone calls. They were fidgeting on the keys, chatting and all doing all that, and still told you to go ahead and say what brought you to them. So many accidents that I just I cited have happened because people were on the phones. They were chatting, walking on the street. That's one thing you cannot find me doing. If I'm on the street and a call comes into my phone, all I do is just, I'll clear, stay somewhere, take the calls. If it's an urgency of sending a message, if the urgency is something that I cannot kind of, suspend, I'll just quietly delve off the road, then send the message and continue my movement. I don't do anything walking on the street, especially on the motorways, then fidgeting or fiddling on my phone, because I know that I won't be 100% focused on where I'm going to. You cannot cheat nature. Whatever you want to do, you have to give it 100% focus, 100% concentration. And when that attention of yours is divided, it usually causes some heck of trouble. So people who do this should desist. They should dissuade from such manner. It's very, very unruly. It's a bad attitude. It's a bad habit. Yes. It causes problems between married couples. You see a woman, because she's busy on the phone. Every day she's busy. I wouldn't know whom she's contacting, whom she's chatting with. Why every day, and the husband will just pass a very short information and leave. By the time the man comes back home and notices that what he told the wife before he left was not done, the man will get angry. If it's a wife beater, the man will descend on the wife before you know it. Then the issue of manhandling a woman, the issue of beating a woman, abusing a woman physically has been recorded. So these things, all these things can be averted. They can be avoided if we have 100% focused, 100% focus on what we do. Don't press phone on the road. It's not good, especially if you're walking on the motorway or highway. Keep your phone. If a call comes in, get off the way, get off the road and take that call. Then continue when you continue your movements when you're done. It's a bad habit to be walking on the motorway or to be walking at all and start making calls. Then you're on the phone and you'll be walking on the street. Your attention is divided at that very moment. Those wives that wouldn't rest, that wouldn't allow their phones to rest on, please. It's a very bad habit. It's quite unruly. Those people that will tell you whether you're a boss or a subordinate, they'll tell you, go ahead, I'm listening to you while they're on the phone. You should desist from that. It's so unruly and it's bad habit. Okay, that's all I have to say. Let us avert accidents. Let us avert things that will cause problems between us and our partners. All right, bye.